Hey guys, it's Paradise, and if you're into action RPGs, then you will love this, as one of the best in the genre is back with another entry, and it has the gaming community excited. At the Game Awards, CD Projekt Red have revealed The Witcher 4, the latest title in the Witcher franchise. This time though, Geralt, the main character of the previous entries, will not be the focus. Instead, we will be stepping into the shoes of Ciri, and for those that love fantasy RPGs, this is huge, so let's go through the details. Now do tell us below what you're hoping for when it comes to The Witcher 4, and it's good to know that The Witcher 4 is a single-player, open-world RPG from CD Projekt Red. At the start of this new saga, we are going to take on the role of Ciri, who is of course a professional monster slayer like Geralt, and will be embarking on a journey through a brutal dark fantasy world. The game is powered by Unreal Engine 5, and it aims to be the most immersive and ambitious open-world Witcher game to date, which is a big claim considering The Witcher 3. Now that is the official blurb of the game from CD Projekt Red, and it reinforces that the game is still aiming for that core DNA of what made the Witcher games so special, but with some changes and a whole lot more ambition. It is super exciting to be getting a new Witcher game, however there are some major questions with things like when we're going to be able to play the game and what platforms it will be on. Currently these questions will have to remain unanswered at the moment, as there is no release date or platforms listed through all of the news. So although there wasn't a release date in the trailer, it probably means it's still a while out, and we do know the game only just recently went into full production, meaning that 2025 and 2026 are a bit unlikely, as full production usually has a minimum of 2 years for larger AAA titles. We have previously known that a new Witcher saga was coming, as CD Projekt Red have announced that they were working on several different Witcher titles under various different code names, with a brand new Witcher saga under the codename of Polaris. It's nice to finally get a glimpse at it though through the cinematic, and we can't wait to see what the game actually looks like, as if they have switched to Unreal Engine 5 and are calling it the most immersive and ambitious open-world Witcher game to date, it could be something really cool. In an interview with Easy Allies, the devs actually said that the pre-rendered trailer is using in-game assets and visuals of the in-game cutscenes, which will be pretty close to what's in the game, so that is amazing as it looks pretty good. They have, however, said the models and things in the trailer are still subject to change, so some things may look pretty different in terms of the world and characters when the actual game drops, as the game is still in development and it's being polished. But basically, they want everything to look as good as possible, and with Unreal Engine 5, it's going to look pretty nice. If we go back to The Witcher 3, you may remember it was pretty massive. This time though, CD Projekt Red are focusing on quality over quantity, so they might not be going bigger this time around. In a Skill Up interview, one of the topics that came up was the world size, and it seems that the current aim for the world size is to be a similar size to that of Witcher 3, but to have the world feel more dense and immersive, which does seem to be a general goal for CD Projekt Red's games across the board. We did already of course know this saga was on the way with Polaris, but one of the biggest questions we always had was who would be the starring role. If you played the Witcher games, read the books, or watched the series, Ciri is a core part of the story, so it really does make sense that she is stepping in here, as her story hasn't been fully told from her perspective. In an interview with IGN, we learnt a bit more about how Ciri is going to be different from Geralt, and what the team is trying to achieve through storytelling, but from her perspective. The team said that Ciri is a younger and more dynamic character than the stoic Geralt, and that her personality is more shaped by passion and rebellion, which allows them to have some fresh storytelling opportunities. For The Witcher 4, because of how Ciri is, and her approach to fighting, interacting, and decision-making is more deeply personal and emotional, which is completely different to Geralt. They said for them it's really cool, and it's actually a really good onboarding opportunity for new players, as they will get to experience a fresh take on the world, while veteran players will still have that continuation of the story. This doesn't mean that Geralt isn't going to be in the game though. We know he is still alive after the events of the Wild Hunt, and supposedly The Witcher 4 takes place close to that, but the dev team don't want to put an exact number on it, saying the game will take place a few years later. They actually told IGN that Geralt will appear in the game, but they don't want to spoil his role precisely, and we'll have to wait to learn more. So for any fans of Geralt, it will be good to know that he will be around, but he won't be the full focus of the game, and he's probably living out the retirement he always dreamt of. From the Skill Up interview, we learned that a part of the story will focus on Ciri's path to becoming a Witcher, and all of the challenges that she had to go through after becoming one. At the end of Witcher 3, there was one ending where Geralt gives Ciri a sword and calls her a Witcher. So for the Witcher 4, Ciri will undergo the iconic trials of becoming a Witcher, which will be pretty interesting to see. Because Ciri will be more inexperienced than Geralt, one of the core concepts for The Witcher 4 that CD Projekt Red want to convey is that players will get to experience what it's like becoming a Witcher and what that means, so it's going to be very central to the story. In the trailer, we can see her with mutated eyes, which is something that she didn't have at the end of Witcher 3. Throughout the trailer, she is also using a variety of Witcher tools, such as various combat styles and the potions. It does seem that she has a new tool at her disposal as well, as in the trailer we get to see a chain sort of esque weapon. This chain is something that Ciri can use her magic on, which will be another central difference between Geralt and Ciri, with additional access to spells that we saw in the trailer with things like fire and lightning. The dev team have spoke about her being older and having more control over her magic as well. The big change to Ciri is an interesting one, and it will change the dynamic of the storytelling, as well as the gameplay and probably more. So it's going to be a fresh and interesting take that will be great for both new and experienced Witcher players. For those that yearn for a more traditional Witcher experience with Geralt though, it was already announced that there is a Witcher 1 remake in the works, so as a Witcher fan you can have both your cake and eat it. All in all though, it is a good time to be a fan of The Witcher, and if you haven't seen the trailer, we have it here for you, so you don't have to go searching for it.
Dearest daughter, I've watched ye grow from a devilishly curious child into a remarkably young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness. Take the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times what does that for us. You've an heart of gold. You've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling, sweeten. Today's the day ye fill out your destiny. Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
A Witcher? Witcher! Whose coin did ye take? Nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is, by the gods!
No! You chose her. Back to the village. Go, now.
Nay! I must save them! Save the village!
Save yourself! Run! To shelter! To your father! Run!
Change anything!
She were to go to the woods. The chosen one. His tradition.
Oh no, no, no.
It's all we wanted. For her to go to the woods. To go to the gods.
Gods? There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
Here at Arix Gaming, we're two friends who love to play games. You have me, Paradise, as well as 26.
Our goal is to keep the videos as concise as possible by cutting out any of the fluff and focusing on what really matters with high quality videos.
So make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favorite games coming very, very soon.